All right, and we are live. It's episode 2 of the Marketing Masterminds. And I guess what I'm trying to do here is figure out and try and present different methods of like how musicians are going about making music or making money off their music, and and just how they are working on getting themselves out there. So today we have Humble Among.
What up,
Um,
homie? Just
yeah,
sharing the link right now to a couple of places.
for sure, for sure. So yeah, I know you have that YouTube page, and I saw the Gathering video has quite a few.
Yeah, we're over 4,000 views now. That's my second gathering of the Juggalos documentary called The Carnival. Um, I went to the gathering for the first time in 2019, and I made a documentary that year called Shimmer Forest because I was fascinated with Juggalos and Juggalo cultures, and frankly, I loved Juggalo movies about the gathering. There was a couple of them that existed at the time. One called A Family Underground, which is one that Psychopathic put out, and there was another one called American Juggalo that was on the internet that I was fucking just fascinated with. And I low-key wanted to make my own version of that because I wanted more of the interviews and just the general vibes on the grounds at the gathering. I wanted more of that. And so
Yeah,
I went into my first gathering with the intent of making a movie. And that's what I did. And it didn't come out exactly how I wanted, but it still was pretty fucking fresh. And I got a lot of attention for it. It's like over 100,000 views on YouTube. A lot of people say it's the best gathering documentary ever
wow.
made that have seen it, which is an honor to fucking me.
Yeah, that's huge
But
props.
I think I outdid myself this year with the carnival because I'm getting the same kind of feedback, and some of those people are scooping back and being like, "Yo, you outdid yourself, dude! Like this is crazy." It's a lot longer. The one I did this year, I just literally everything I filmed, I just fucking released because that was the feedback I got. Is like, we want more. We want like as much as you can give us.
Right.
We want it. So I just pretty much everything I could release, I released. Um, and honestly, the way it worked out is I found out I filmed everything I wanted to film in a weird way. There were certain things I really wish I had gotten, like Danny Brown had a little incident on his set where he kind of freaked out and threw the mic into the crowd.
Oh
Still not
wow.
sure what happened with that, but I actually was filming Danny's set and kind of stopped filming because the vibes were getting weird. But yeah, it was. I could talk about that, the gathering
Yeah,
shit
no,
forever.
that's cool. Actually, I'm like, when are you gonna start expecting a contact from Violent J or something?
I
Or
mean, that would be fresh as fuck, bro. I'm not expecting that. I
yeah,
mean, I would be so fucking psyched if like Psychopathic tapped me in any sort of way to do anything, really. Like
right,
even to like help out at the gathering, I probably would be willing to work a fucking day or something just to get
right.
that experience in, and yeah, like talk about it. And or film stuff. I don't think I probably would be allowed to film stuff while working for Psychopathic, but I mean, I'm so fucking down. Honestly, anything like Psychopathic related, I'm fucking with. So I'm a
All
mark
right.
like
Well,
that.
um, so it's not true that they're gonna have the gathering in Alaska, right?
Oh no, dog. That was Violent J trolling epically, no, or maybe not so epically, trolling. Violent J has a Bigfoot obsession, and he had found a YouTube video that he shared and jokingly said that we were going to this town that a lot of Bigfoot disappearances had taken place in Pork Folk, Alaska, or something. But I saw, initially after it got posted, I saw people who live in Alaska or people that knew people that lived in Alaska posting info like, dude, to get out there, you gotta like you
Yeah,
basically got to hike out there
yeah,
like to get to this town. So there's like, and it's just the practicalities of doing a festival out there is just there's no way you could even really do it. So
you should bring that shit into the Northeast. We
hey
got
dog,
stories.
there's never been a gathering really fucking really much for the furthest. Really, they've mostly been in the center of the country the entire existence of the
which
gathering.
makes sense.
The furthest they ever went, like out of that mold, was they went south a little bit to Oklahoma, which is still kind of center of the country.
Yeah.
But and that didn't work out very good for them. So I don't know if they might be a little shook to break the mold and move. But I would love one in the Northeast because that means a lot less traveling for me. So I'm fucking down. I'd be fucking really down for one in the Northeast because that would be easy peasy for me.
Campgrounds.
What's that?
You got all sorts of campgrounds around.
I know, dude. There's. I mean, you could literally do the gathering in Vermont if you really fucking want to get real about it. There's plenty of fucking private property and like the kind of shit that they're looking for is definitely in Vermont.
Right.
Probably in certain ways even more private than some of the places that they do run the shit at. You just got to find the right hookup, man. But the thing is where they are right now, in Legend Valley, Ohio, the dude who owns Legend Valley, the campgrounds there, he's a really fucking down ass dude named Steve Trickle. Shouts out Steve Trickle. He's kind of saved the clowns ass one year when they got kicked out of a place that they were going to do the gathering, and low key he wants them there. There's so many places that don't want them there, don't want them at the gathering, don't really give a shit.
They've heard rumors and are just not.
They're not it's like, no thank you. They don't even want the money that it will bring to the community or anything like that. No thank you. And it's all, by the way, that's just all rumors and innuendo. It's all blown out of proportions. Anyone who actually goes to these things knows what it's really about, and it's fucking ridiculous. Anyway,
no, that was great.
But Steve, I just want to once again stress that it probably will be at Legend Valley, and Steve Trickle is the shit. And what's dope about Legend Valley is that they want us there, and that whole community is very welcoming. I talked a little bit to some the person the dude who checked me in at the hotel. I talked a little bit about Juggalos, and he had a lot of really nice things to say, and like the attitude was very like, we like you guys bring us money, we like that. Like and I'll be straight up, like I saw like no cops. Like I did the hotel. I stayed at the hotel like 10 minutes away from the gathering grounds, and I would be like leaving at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm sober, so I don't got no shit to worry about as far as like getting pulled over anyway. But still, I was like, man, I'm trying to get to my hotel. I don't want to be fucking hassled by any fucking pigs. So, I saw no cops though. Like these 4 or 5 a.m. little trips to the hotel where you would expect like right outside the gathering to be like whoop whoop, like a different kind of whoop whoop to be happening. Dude, there's nobody. There's nothing there.
That's nuts.
I was shocked. So that also sent the message to me though. This community wants them there. They don't want to fucking bust Juggalos balls. They want the money. They want they want the Juggalos there. They know it's a good thing. And they don't necessarily need the Juggalos either. That's the other thing. There's another festival run there that happens literally like the month after the gathering called Lost Lands. That's literally like fucking almost 10 times the amount of people that show up for the gathering, maybe even more than that. And that's like an EDM festival, and it's huge. It's huge. So like they don't necessarily need the Juggalo money, but they fuck with the Juggalos like that. So I think that's dope.
Yeah, definitely. You mentioned like the no cops and stuff, and it just reminded me. Remember when we were in Babe's Bar?
Yeah, when we were filming ciphers.
Yeah,
the cipher times.
Yep. When we left, we got pulled over.
I bet, dude. That was the night Modest got arrested.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think Modest, like, maybe even shouldn't speak on this. I don't know if Modest wants to speak on this. Sorry, Modest. I'm not even going to talk about that.
We were detained and stuff too. So
it sucks, bro. I remember, like, honestly, I think every time I've left Babe's Bar after performing or just even chilling there, and there's been like a rap related thing going on, there's a lot of stadies suddenly in Bethel, Vermont, just chilling.
It's nuts.
And that's a Vermont thing though, dog. That's like, Vermont is like funny. Anytime there's a fucking rap event, the word rap or hip hop is involved.
Yep.
Suddenly the townies are in town, like a lot more townies. Like when we did that like 2-3 years ago, we did that 420 show in Bellows Falls here. It was comical to me, the amount of police just driving around and gawking. one Young Breeze witnessed this. Me and Young Breeze were outside smoking, and we witnessed a cop just totally rubbernecking at us and not doing his job of keeping his eyes on the road. Almost hit a pedestrian crossing the street in the crosswalk. Pedestrian was in the crosswalk, had the legal right of way. Cop almost hit that motherfucker. Had to slam on the brakes.
That's nuts. And
I mean,
yeah,
a very, very light example of police incompetence, but one to point out nonetheless. Not a big fan of the police over here.
No, me
as you
neither.
might know.
I get people going with that, like, you know, fuck the police for chants at concerts and stuff. Like, that's always a good go-to chant to start.
Yeah,
everyone's gonna be in on that.
Oh yeah,
but
especially at a concert, I feel like.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, you can go.
Oh no, I don't even know what I was gonna say. That's why I stopped talking.
So you're doing this YouTube thing.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like that's one of your biggest return on investments? Because I've caught you a few times on some live streams, and you're definitely picking up. Like, you know, right now I don't have like someone that I can respond to in the chats and stuff, and I can't remember if it's like you need 1,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers before you can do like the super chats.
Yeah, it's 1,000. You can monetize and do super chats at 1,000.
Yeah. So
and I'm like, I'm at 780 subscribers, by the way, and this is a good time to mention. Go and subscribe to this man's YouTube channel. First of all, if you're watching this, subscribe to this YouTube channel, Machete-ish Records, that you're watching this on right now. If you're watching this, if you're a fan of my shit, you should subscribe to this, because I do come on here a few times, and there's at least 2 other appearances of me on your YouTube channel, right?
We did the Joker cards.
Yeah,
and
there was another one, I think, though, right?
Yeah, no, it was either. I should actually upload that to this.
Oh, that's right. That was the one we did way back.
Hip hop. Yeah,
oh shit, dude, that was the one I was drinking during that one. That might be an interesting ass interview. I'm curious what I say in that.
Yeah, I'll have to re-upload it.
Yeah, you should find that. I'm curious what I say in that. But yeah, subscribe to this man's YouTube channel, like I was saying, and subscribe to my motherfucking YouTube channel if you haven't already. What the fuck are you doing? Humble Among on everything. Go like everything. That name you see.
Like and follow.
That name. Go find that name.
So you're almost at 1,000, and you already
I'm getting there, man. And honestly, I just hit 700 not that long ago. It was on one of my more recent streams. I was talking about hitting 700 because one of the people in my chat brought it up. Like, I think shout out Tyler Durden. I think it was Tyler Durden brought up in my chat that I had surpassed 700, and so. Yeah, it's growing. It's definitely growing. And the Gathering thing, the Gathering doc definitely is helping that. And you know, I've been saying it a lot. If you find me at one of these shows and you get to talking to me about YouTube stuff, I really encourage people to start doing this streaming stuff on whatever platform you're more comfortable on, because it really engages your fans. I just started doing this shit, the streaming shit. I was doing a little bit of YouTube music video stuff and the Gathering documentaries and vlogs and shit like that on my YouTube, but I started doing the streaming shit specifically because I was making these ICP sort of reaction videos that I was recording and editing. I was spending the time to film myself and like read my notes and like edit and being super exact with saying things exactly how I want to say them, and it was taking way too much of my time to make a 15-minute long video of me talking about the Insane Clown Posse. So I was like, you know, there's so many people that do these as streams, and I could probably just read my notes off and deal with my fuck ups and just be okay with the editing. So I tried one as a stream, and it went really fucking well. I had people in the chat interacting. People seemed to really like it. So I just decided that first stream, I was going to do them as streams moving forward. They started off as initially me reacting to ICP has these Patreon streams. So I was literally streaming about streams, which is a little fucking redundant. But I had all these fucking thoughts because they were talking about all this stuff, and there was people who were behind the paywall who couldn't watch the Patreon streams, who wanted to know what they were talking about. So I actually was providing a service to people who wanted to know what they were talking about like the couple of nights ago, but they couldn't watch the shit because they didn't have the 66.50 that they were charging for the fucking streams, which is a little fucking high for a juggalo to be paying for a streaming service for 1 month. So go ahead.
Are they not doing the Patreon thing anymore?
Yeah, that's a whole sorted affair. So they moved from Patreon in December. They moved from Patreon to Twitch. And so they did a few Twitch streams. And unfortunately, what happened is a juggalo jumped on stage during the Gong show that they recently did in December. A juggalo jumped on stage and showed his butthole to the camera. And if you know anything about Twitch's rules and regulations, that does not help a new Twitch channel at all. So I believe they must have gotten a strike of some kind from doing that. That video is not on their Twitch, so it definitely like fucked them in some way. So like they said that they were getting a new studio for the Twitch, and they were supposed to start streaming this month, but you know, it's Insane Clown Posse, so everything is fucked up.
Maybe 2 or 3 months late.
Yeah, everything's fucked up with ICP. I love ICP, but everything's fucked up with ICP. It's honestly kind of one of the things. This might sound weird. It's kind of one of the things I like about ICP is the shit's a little fucked up and janky sometimes. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody out there, but I'm just being honest.
More relatable, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's more human.
Yeah, I mean, my new album with Eidos, the Jinx Inc. album.
By the way, shout out to Eidos, real quick.
Yeah, shout out. He's or not he. The album's done. It's finished.
That's what's up.
I have all
this concept album you've been working on for a little bit.
Yeah, for 2017 or something.
Yeah, you've been working on that shit for a little bit. The Stir Crazy project, I believe, right? Yeah.
It's all done, but now like I don't have a job, so I'm like behind on trying to get them all pressed up and stuff.
Yeah, that's
So I'm like, hopefully he can pay for the albums getting pressed up because I put.
Well, that's the other thing. You don't have to do a big super. You don't have to do a super big run or whatever. You can do them as CDRs at first, unless you're trying to do a replication thing. And
I
clean
want
looking boys.
The digipack, and it's a little expensive, but I have it all set out, and I
can definitely recommend a couple of websites that aren't that bad.
Expensive.
I'll go ahead and drop one of them that I use. Because this is about sort of business minded shit.
Exactly,
for some people,
it's for musicians.
So there's a website I use for like very small runs. It's it's straight up CDRs, but they come in CD cases, or if you want to get just the disc, or even if you want just the insert type of gimmick. I like to get the old school CD cases because I like the spine. I like to have people have it on a shelf. Like I'm a nerd like that. As you can see behind me, I like my physical media. I like things nice on a shelf so that I can see it. And I just want to present a product that I want. So that I'd like to make sure I have the things that I would like to see in a product. So this website's called Kanaki. It's a pretty well known in the underground website, but you can literally do one CD if you want. And it's like only like $1, like $2 a CD. It's very reasonable. Okay. And they ship like pretty fast, like 2 to 3 weeks from upload time to delivery time. I'd want to say it's more like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks or something like that. But yeah, really great website. I've also used a website called Atomic Disc that will do free shipping, which helps you a little bit. And if you're trying to do a digipack type of thing, they for Fear of a Whack Planet, I did a digipack type of thing, and they have a very reasonable. I believe it's 100 CDs for $200 or some shit like that. Digipacks.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Very fucking reasonable. Free shipping on top of that shit too. So I would highly recommend Atomic Disc as an option for you, my man.
All right.
And that way you could do a pretty it's CDRs, like I said, but I mean.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I just want like the physical album
right
in my hand before I upload it and send it out to any DSPs or anything like that. So
word.
But yeah, and that's what's holding me back. But I just can't believe it's been 4 or 5 years, like since I started the project. So it just reminded me, like, the ICP, being a little behind. What's their next one? The Venus Flies Trap.
Yum Yum came out on Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, it did. I thought that
Halloween.
was there was an EP, and that was the actual album.
Yeah, there was an EP that came out in the summer called Yum Yum's Lure.
So that's out.
Yum Bedlam is out. The fifth Joker's card of the second deck is upon us. Is the era of Yum Bedlam.
Well, shit, I'm gonna have to check that out when I get off the stream.
Dog, it's a really different record. I think you're gonna be shocked by it. There's definitely ICP songs on that bitch, but there's songs that are on that thing where you're like, this isn't even like, I didn't even know ICP could do this kind of music. This is interesting.
Right.
When I first heard the album, shouts out to Devereaux, by the way. I told Devereaux at Hallowicked, he asked me what I thought about Yum Yum the day it came out at Hallowicked, and I told Devereaux, dude, this shit sounds like fucking like Prince and like Pearl Jam to me, like Made a Baby or something. So I said some shit like that to Devereaux. But that's literally the vibes that I got, is like there's Prince vibes on that bitch and there's Pearl Jam vibes all over that bitch. Yeah. And to me, that was really like surprising, even though I know that Violent J is a huge fan of both of those motherfuckers, and it kind of makes sense in that way. But I was like, damn, this is like some interesting shit. So yeah, if people have maybe a certain perspective or an idea of what the Insane Clown Posse is all about, and what their music sounds like, because they've been told it's the worst thing in the world, and they're the most hated band in the world, and they've been told what to believe, and they believe it, they buy it. I've been a fan of these dudes for fucking over 20 years, damn near 25 years at this fucking point. Shit, it has been like 25 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely dipped out of my fandom. I definitely dipped out of my fandom there for like a good 10 years, but like I've came back with such a fucking like a fervor that like it's almost like I was like 14, 15 again, just discovering these guys. I mean, I'm such a fucking mark for the Insane Clown Posse. I can keep going on and on and on and on about these fuckers. But honestly, if we want to talk about some music biz shit,
yeah, for sure,
the Insane Clown Posse is a tremendous model that I think not enough artists look at, because they don't look at it as ICP as being serious, quote unquote, or real music or some shit. But the truth of the matter is they have one of the most dedicated fandoms in all of music history. We're talking about all of music history, and that's no cap. I don't think anyone who knows what they're talking about would argue with me about that.
And the mediums, like, they're groundbreaking. It's like the comic books, the Pendulum series, and they have little action figures of themselves.
Yeah, their merch game has always been on point. Yeah. They've always known how to hustle. And that's something I very much appreciate. So, something about Juggalo culture is like, a lot of us grew up poor or scrubby, if you will. And I definitely was one of those motherfuckers. A lot of my toys were secondhand toys that I got from yard sales and shit. I definitely had like, shitty clothes, got made fun of for having like the same pair of jeans on for the whole fucking week or some shit like that. And yeah, man, like, so I always had to fucking figure out a way to hustle, to make a dollar on my own, because I wasn't getting a dollar anywhere else. So I had to figure out a way to fucking make a dollar. So I always appreciate when I see the hustle in the Juggalo world. And it's one of my favorite things about going to the gathering, honestly, is filming all of these little side hustles. And I'm not just talking about drug dealing, by the way. Motherfuckers might think I'm talking about drug dealing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about creative side hustles. I'm talking about like motherfuckers who are making their own cups, their own tumblers, and selling them to Juggalos upon entering the gates, knowing that people are going to be drinking mixed drinks and wanting to keep them cold in the hot sun. So they're selling fucking Juggalo themed tumblers in that bitch. Shit like that. That's fresh. Yeah. And by the way, I'm talking about a very specific person. I'm spacing on her fucking name right now. Cupcake. Oh, Cupcake Art. Something. Oh, it's something with Cupcake, I want to say. But shouts out to her, because she makes incredible cups. And I got to talk to her at the gathering, and I wanted to film her. but she didn't want to get filmed for certain legal reasons, I think. So yeah.
Do you think she has an Etsy or something? Maybe
Oh,
we
she
could put a
definitely does. She's
link
Juggalos
below
who are
or
watching
something.
almost certainly know who I'm talking about. And probably she has a Facebook page, I believe, is how she does a lot of her business.
All right, cool. I
I
mean,
wish I could remember. Cupcake Cult, is that your name? Cupcake Cult, I think is your name. I think that's your name.
anything to, you know, get the juices flowing. As
Yeah.
far like that's what I've been looking at is like different mediums that Jinx Inc. could go into. Like we have that concept album, but then I know this guy who will write like a Wizard of Oz length type book based off of like one of our songs or something. So we could take it into a whole different medium and sell like an actual book, which we could even have be like the Pendulum, where you have like a single with the book.
Word, yeah.
And then
they did back in the day comic books, single issue comic books where they dropped a single.
Yep. But I mean, I'm not really good at art. Like I'll dabble with doing a little bit of Photoshop for a cover here and there, but I'm not about to make a whole comic book by myself. So,
yeah, you gotta you know, I'll mention another underground artist who I know actually did do a comic book on his own. Well, not on his own. I believe he had, you know, he wrote it
freelance.
He hired an artist, Gibby Stites. I don't know if you're aware of Gibby.
Yeah. He was signed to M&E. Is he still with Magic Ninja or?
Nah, he's not. He's no longer associated with Magic Ninja. He still fucks with Jamie and the dudes at Magic Ninja, but he's no longer on that label now.
Right.
But he did a comic book over the summer. I think he dropped it at Astronomicon called Bacon Boy: The Adventures of Bacon Boy, and he did really fucking well with it to the point where I know he sold out of his first run.
That's always great.
Printed a whole second run of the book. So yeah, that shouts out to Gibby for it. Gibby is another dude who definitely has a smart ass brain for fucking hustling and coming up with dope merch and dope original ideas. Shouts out to Gibby. I like Gibby a lot.
He came up with like a Magic the Gathering type card concept, I think.
Gibby did?
I think so. If I'm not mistaken.
Shit, I'm not aware of that. That's fresh though.
But I mean, hey, if you can figure out a way to use an existing game or like card game or something like that, and you have your own card.
Well, that's something the Clowns have done as well. They've branched out into all kinds of. The Clowns have two RPGs. Games currently that you could say are in rotation, but they've released, I think, 4 games total as far as like card or board games. First of all, back in the day, they released something called The Quest for Shangri-La, and then there was another one called Morton's List. Morton's List is rather infamous in the board gaming community because it encourages you to do questionable things legally, perhaps. So it actually got taken off of shelves, I believe, because of this. You can still find Morton's List. They occasionally will do releases of Morton's List, and you can find them online and shit. But they have now newer board games that they're currently selling. One called Into the Echo Side. That's like a deck building style game. Yeah. More like a Magic or something like that, I think. I'm not really sure how some of those card games work, honestly. And then there's one called Juggalos Against Sanity, which is a very reason Cards Against Humanity ripoff with all Juggalo references in it.
Cool.
Yeah, so they definitely figure out things like that too, for sure.
And who knows? Like, I don't know exactly how the Juggalos Against Sanity works. Like, if it's
literally
compatible. Yeah, if it's compatible with like Cards Against Humanity,
it might be. You might get a mix and match.
Yeah, like say you get sick of just doing the old Cards Against Humanity, and then you're like
throwing some Juggalo boys into the deck.
Yeah,
mix it up. Yeah, you could probably do that. I don't see why not. Especially some of the some of the answer ones, because it's basically fill in the blank with a lot of those things, right?
Yeah.
So you could just drop in some answer ones,
Yep.
one way or the other.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I'm always trying to think of another like way to brand my my music. And I know like you have like a good theme going with the Halloween tapes and the Christmas tapes.
And the Valentine tapes,
Valentine's tapes,
and
yeah.
the Arbor Day tape that's
Right.
coming, and the fucking what other comical holidays can I think of? Shit, I ran out of comical holidays already. My Arbor Day tape though is one that I forget who made that joke initially. I want to say Raw Def made the joke that my Arbor Day tape was coming out soon. Shouts out to Raw Def, by the way. That's the homie. Yeah, man. So the Halloween tape thing started basically from my ICP fandom. I'll be straight up. ICP back in the day would put out these singles on Hallowicked, their annual Halloween rap show that they do in Detroit. And they would release in 1994, so they would release these cassette tapes of songs every year. The first 2 years, I believe, at least they were on cassette. And I just thought that was such a dope concept to be giving out music on Halloween, like the trick or treat concept. And it's like, yo, here's a dope fucking treat for you. I thought that was so fresh. And so me and my homie Andy had been thinking of doing a Halloween themed project for years, really, where initially it was going to be me getting him to rap with me finally on fucking tracks. But, you know, the dude is notoriously hard as fuck to get to rap on anything. I've only got him. I never really have gotten him to really rap on any of my shit, hardly ever. Like, and it's really like pulling teeth to get him to rap on shit. But nonetheless, I love that dude. Shouts out to Andy. So I ended up doing the EP anyway, with his beats that he was going to rap with me on. And I made this, little weird concept EP basically. And at the time, I wasn't in a very good or healthy place mentally, or, with my addiction. I'm recovering alcoholic, just under 2 years sober. So I was deep into my addiction with alcohol. And honestly, though, the Halloween tape thing was sort of a rejuvenation to me in a lot of ways, because I had been, I dabbled in horrorcore pretty much throughout my entire career as a rapper, if you want to call it a fucking career, my hobby as a rapper. I've dabbled with horrorcore since the very beginning. But, Halloween tape was probably the first time since I started where I was like, yo, I'm going to go full fucking bore with this wicked shit again. And I had a lot of fucking fun making that, and it really rejuvenated me making music again, because I was really on like a 2 or 3 year break at that point. Really wasn't even trying to make music. I was trying to drink booze and play video games. I wasn't even trying to make music anymore. So it really rejuvenated me though. And the next year, I had bought a gang of beats from the homie Bad Mind, all very retro synthy sounding beats. And I was like, all right, we're going to go even harder with this concept the next year. So I made the next year's Halloween Tape 2 a more fleshed out album, if you will, and went even harder in the horror direction. Like really like, all right, we're going to go full fucking horror. And yeah, that's kind of where I've been since. I've gotten sober from alcohol since then. We've dropped Halloween Tape 3, which I recorded halfway drunk and halfway sober. There's like half of the material on that album is drunk recordings and half of the material is sober recordings. But everything after Halloween Tape 3, I've been sober while making it. My Christmas Tape 2 project was sober, and what was it? Fucking Valentine Tape was sober as well. Yeah, I've been experimenting more with sounds lately, I guess you could say. Last year, I released an album called Wonderland, which I marketed as a Wicked Shit Kids album, which I don't know if that was a smart decision in retrospect, because I don't think it did me any favors on either end of the spectrum. Obviously, I don't really expect kids to listen to it, but I thought maybe some people would pick up on the joke. The joke being that I just don't swear on the album. I don't use any cuss words on that whole album. but there's obviously insinuated violence and talks of blood and stuff of that
Right.
nature. So it's definitely a wicked shit album, but it's also, if you listen to it, it's a very psychedelic, transformative album. It's a journey. The thing came out. It's a lot of it is about me getting sober. It's about me also escaping a very negative mindset that I was in for years and years and years and years and years. And honestly, I'm still kind of stuck in a lot of ways. I'm still struggling to get out of this stupid negative mindset that I lapse into at times. But Wonderland is very much me sort of talking about going through a journey in life and coming out the other end in a better place, if you will. And that place might be a little fucked up still, but
Yeah.
it's my fucked up place. God damn it. And I like it that way.
Well, so I think I remember seeing Christmas Tape 2 on Fagel Lovers
Yeah, I think they
as a
plugged it when they
banner.
dropped it. Yeah.
Do you have any idea of like how well that did? Like as far as traffic generation or anything?
Fagel Lovers, you know, I think they posted that on their, like, they have a section on their website that's rather hard to find, called, like, I think just called like albums or something, where they just drop a lot of like underground albums.
I thought I saw it as a banner. It was like
was
at the
it?
top of it was like at the top of the website.
I don't remember advertising for Christmas Tape. I did advertise for Bleed with Ouija Mac when that came
Oh,
out.
and
I
that
advertised for
song,
that.
that single was on Christmas.
That was
Tape.
on that was on
No?
Halloween Tape 3. Bleed
Oh,
with Ouija
jeez.
Mac. Shouts out to Ouija
All
Mac,
right,
one of my
yeah.
favorite artists, by the way.
I knew it was something like that. But okay, so it was a single. I mean,
I could be completely misremembering, and I just straight up don't remember promoting that on
it
there.
was a few. It was a while ago, so
Yeah.
I mean, my memory's not the greatest anyway.
But they almost certainly did at least share a link type of thing, because Scotty D, shouts out to Scotty D over at Fagel Lovers, is a very nice dude. And if you simply just send Scotty D an email, he will almost certainly show you some love on the website just because you're a fucking juggalo. That's how dope of a dude Scotty D is. So shouts out to Scotty D, always down to help juggalos out, man. That's a really good fucking dude.
Yeah, and I mean, I like going there just stay up to date with what's going on in that.
Oh yeah, man. Fagel Lovers is one of the longest running juggalo websites. Like,
yeah,
like they've been around for a very long time.
Where,
Back when it was
they
FagelLovers.com, they got the shout. Yeah, you were about to say it.
Yeah.
Shout out. I was just listening to Dark Lotus over Christmas, and that .com shit was playing, and I was like, oh look, Fagel Lovers got the shout out. They were .com back then.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Shouts out
pretty
Fagel
cool.
Lovers.
So have you like used any other marketing tactics that no?
Nah.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, I'm not the best at marketing my music. All I really do is post about it on social media, and talk about it on my YouTube. I don't pay. I don't pay to get it on playlists or get the right promotion channels that you need to get a single popping. I don't do any of that stuff.
That's pretty.
I get the motherfuckers in my inbox annoying the shit out of me though. Yeah. I'll tell you that. I fucking hate those little leeches. I just had to tell off a fucking cocksucker this week that was annoying me for fucking ever. And like, I'm just like, dude, fucking leech, leave me alone.
The playlist, like pay to play thing, like that's questionable at best, because you could get taken off of Spotify if it's not germane or anything. Like if it goes against their terms of service, you're gonna have to do a lot of work getting back up on the site.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to learn copywriting, not making a copyright or anything like that, but like writing copy for like advertising and stuff. So like coming up with a press release and stuff like that. I did pay for like Fiverr person, and they did get what I wrote out to some like decent websites and stuff. But again, like I didn't really see a huge return on investment. So
Yeah, you got to be really smart. The only other thing I can think of that I ever really paid for in advertising is I paid for an full page ad, and was it Underground Nation, which is a horrorcore wicked shit magazine, print magazine. I think it was for Halloween tape 3 and then Christmas tape 2. I paid for an advertisement, like a kind of 2 albums for one. Like, this just came out, this is about to come out type of thing. Sort of like I wanted to feel maybe like an old No Limit ad back in the day. I don't know if you remember in the Source, they'd have all these like, these albums are out now, these are about to come out.
Coming soon, out like, this have date.
Like, I just always like, I loved the Source back then, and I loved those ads, and it would always blow my mind, like, how do they have that much music? And I don't know, so I kind of wanted to do a throwback type of thing where it was like, because I do be putting out a lot of fucking music.
Yeah, you're very prolific.
Thank you. A lot of people don't want to give me my props for that, which you just did, which thank you very much. But it's something that I'm very proud of, honestly, is the amount of music and, how I've been able to stay on schedule for these fucking holiday themed projects. And I'll be honest with you, one of the reasons I'm able to do it is because I do set these schedules for myself. I have a deadline, if you will. I know a holiday's coming up. If I want to get it out, you better start working. If you really want to do it, dude, you better start doing it. So it's sort of a deadline is something that can help you, but you really got to
stick to the deadline. Yeah, you got to stick to the deadline. Yeah,
which I'm kind of feeling. I'm working on Valentine tape 2 right now. So I have 5 songs started for that. I want to say maybe one of them is like finished, and I don't think I'm going to add any more to it, but I have a second verse that I could add more to. But everything else is like still in the stages of being created. Like, one of the songs has no verses on it. One of the songs has like a half a verse. Another song has one verse that I want to do a second verse for. So they're all like little bits and pieces. So like, and we're like a month away from Valentine's Day right now. So will he do it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know at this point. I'm trying to get artwork. For Valentine tape 2 right now. So I'm starting the ball rolling, but I don't even know. I'm finishing these projects literally the day that I'm uploading them.
Yeah.
No cap. That's what I'm doing. I'm literally finishing it. I'm okay. I'm happy with the mixes now. Let's upload it. Because to me, I don't understand what's the point of waiting. In this day and age, what's the point of waiting? My philosophy is you lose a lot of clickability by constantly promoting something. Like, if the people that promote an album that for months and months and months and months, and then they drop it, and they're like, people don't seem to care like they cared when I first announced it and all those times I posted about it. And they sit there and they wonder why. The reason why is because you just wasted months and months and months of talking about this thing that isn't even out there anymore. It isn't even out there yet, I should say. It's not out there yet. I like to drop if you notice, I don't even release my images for my album covers until it's done. I don't know if you've noticed that. I don't even promo the album cover, because I want you to see the album cover, and I want you to be able to get it. As soon as you see it, I want you to get it. I want you to be able to go and get it and listen to it and take it in, look at the album cover and think about the album cover while you're listening to it. I want all that shit. And I don't understand. To me, this is just my brain working.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Marketing wise, it probably makes no fucking sense. It probably does me no favors, but it's what I want to do. And it's the way that I think. And that's everything that I do with my music. It's my fucking music. I get to do it my way. It's one of the only things in my life that I have complete control of, God damn it. And I'm not letting go of it. You can't tell me how to make my music. And
so maybe I should just upload Stir Crazy album tomorrow.
Yeah. In my opinion, I just do that shit, bro. Just do that shit. You got it done. You said on the screen, you got it done.
It is. It's It's
If you're
completely
happy
done.
with the way it sounds, that's the most
Yeah.
important thing, I should say. If you're happy with the way it sounds, drop that shit. I don't wait. I literally wait until I'm happy with how it sounds, and then I drop the
Yeah.
shit.
I think the only thing that I'm really waiting on, other than like getting the physical copies, is Stir Crazy said he was gonna put some instrumentals underneath the narration that Todd McLaren did.
Yeah. You should
And
definitely make sure he does that then.
yeah.
He's definitely a key part to this project.
Yeah.
So definitely do that for sure.
So, but yeah, that just means, all right, I'm going to hit Stir Crazy up tomorrow.
Yeah, bro. And you said yourself, you got laid off. So like,
yeah, I need to figure something out.
just do it. Why? I literally tweeted this today, and I feel like this is a little bit germane to the situation. I tweeted, let me get my wording right, because I literally, and I want to shout out the homegirl. If you go on YouTube right now, I'm going to talk about this on my my YouTube show. I was going to actually rap about this a little bit on my YouTube show, but I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of the Humble Among broadcast system right now. So there's this homegirl. Let me get my notes up here. If you go to YouTube, you're on YouTube right now, but don't leave the live, but do it afterwards. Go to YouTube, and there's a video up right now called "Flutter Till You Make It," and this is a homegirl, a juggalo, that I'm friends with on Facebook, who she uploaded a video where she's talking about wanting to start a YouTube, and that's literally what the video is about. And it's about how she is like, I'm going to do it today, and that's what this video is about. And she goes on to talk about like, well, I didn't know what I wanted to do for my YouTube, so I had people suggesting things. And she goes on to explain she's a really dope cosplayer too. I should preface, she's one of the best juggalo cosplayers. Her and her husband kill the shit. And she uploaded this video where she's talking about her struggles, honestly, with trying to do her cosplay. And like, she puts on her makeup like 8-9 times and takes it off because she questions herself, and just talking about not getting it perfect the first time. You're not going to get it right. Not everybody is like that. Not everybody gets things perfect the first time. And don't feel bad if you're like that. And I thought that was so refreshing and inspiring, because honestly, I'm like that. When I'm recording, I'm doing takes like 17 times. Every fucking time I'm doing 17 takes to get that shit right, just because I'm obsessive and I want it to be right. I want it to sound as close as I can get it as it sounds in my head. And so I just thought that was so cool. And she said something that I just thought was so fresh. Towards the end of the video, she started talking about how she thinks everyone in this world has something, something special that they can do to help the world, or a special talent or a gift. And you might not ever find that if you don't just start doing shit, if you don't try new things. So she was basically saying that's going to be her YouTube at the end of the video. It's going to be her trying new things. And I thought that was so fucking dope, man. And once again, that the name of that video is "Flutter Till You Make It." You'll find it if you search for that title. And she's just so awesome. I just wanted to shout her out and give her some love real quick for her video. Sure. And straight up, it helped me a little bit with my day, and because I was having a little bit of trouble with a song the other day, and I was kind of beating myself up a little bit over it. And I just had this moment of realization of like, bro, it doesn't always come that easy. It's not always going to come that easy. In fact, sometimes it comes real fucking hard. So I tweeted today with that thought in my head, these thoughts of, watching that video, that once again, I believe that everybody does have something special, and that there's no reason to wait. Just do it today. So that's just what I wanted to impart to you, Crypto Man. Do it today.
For sure. Yeah.
Why wait? Because you'll never know if you don't do it.
Yep.
So just do that shit. And you know what? You might fail. Who fucking really cares at the end of the day, man?
Pick yourself back up
and try it again, or try something new. If you really aren't feeling the shit you're trying, try something new.
Yeah. No, that's some.
And by the way, if you like these words, subscribe to the Humble Among broadcast system, streaming almost weekly.
That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I did it last week, and there were a couple months in between the last stream and whatnot. And I'm like, no, I just gotta exactly. Yeah.
I try to do it weekly, and I still can't do it weekly all the time. Like, I got sick with COVID, and like, was frankly enjoying the fuck out of having a nice Christmas break. So I really, really wasn't trying to go on the internet and stream like pretty much that whole Christmas break. So I took like a 2-week break from streams. But now I'm back and I'm on the fucking internet streaming with you right now. So,
Yep.
and I'm probably going to do a stream this weekend. I definitely am building up enough notes to do a stream this weekend.
Right.
I got interviews. I'm trying to do more interviews and stuff like that on my YouTube. There's honestly a lot of cool ideas I have for my YouTube, and I should honestly take my own advice and start doing some of those today.
Yeah.
But I have so many little fucking irons in the fire, dog. It's really hard to juggle all these things. Another joke that I like to make is I juggle all of these things that I like to do, and I'm good at juggling them because I'm a juggalo. Good at that. So, yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. I think I was going somewhere with that, and I completely forgot.
Well, just that, you still need to get Valentine's Day 2 out.
That too. I need to get to work on that. And by the way, right before I came on here, you know what I was doing?
Doing some mixing and mastering.
I was just not mixing and mastering, but I was recording. I was recording lyrics for a song right before. And you know what I'm going to do right after I get off here?
Start recording again.
Yeah, I'm going to go right back in there because I'm fucking obsessed with trying to finish this goddamn verse right now.
There you go.
I'm so close. You ever been so close to finishing a verse and you're like, oh, I got like 4 more bars, dude. 4 more bars is all I got to think of. Fuck. Come on. Think of it. And that's kind of that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm like, I want to finish those 4 bars so fucking bad.
Spend like 2 hours just getting it right.
Dude, that was the other night. I drove myself damn near crazy the other night with thinking of, dude, it was like, once again, I think it was only 2 bars. No, it was 3 bars. It was these 3 bars I kept rewriting and rethinking and just juggling and changing things and moving. No, actually put it like that. Dude, I did it like so many different ways. And like, I finally found a way where I was like, oh, that's like way better than anything I thought of before. And I was really happy with it.
Yeah.
But once again, it took so many fucking different tries, man. Like, and that ties back to what we were talking about earlier with, the shit's not going to come out fucking perfect the first time right off the bat. And don't get me wrong. There are times where I go in and like, I know what I want to make and I make it. And like, I finish a whole song in the same like session or whatever, the same day or whatever.
Yeah.
And that feeling is amazing. And, but that sometimes is rare. Not every artist can do that every fucking time. Some fucking lucky bastards can go in there and just straight freestyle the shit every fucking time they go in there. I'm not quite that good.
No, me neither.
I do be coming off shit off the top of the head in there though. I think we've talked about this a little bit. I don't really write a lot. I have been writing more lately, but that's just to help me memorize shit better because horrible at memorizing my lyrics. I'm like really fucking embarrassingly bad. Like, I think I have a little bit of dyslexia. So I'd be mixing up some of my words and my bars. I'll say a rhyme that's like 2 bars ahead. Like, oh shit, fuck.
Well, I once said floating swise, so
floating swise. Yeah, so you relate. You know what I'm talking about.
But yeah, no, this has been great. We're about at an hour in.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to give anyone any of your where you want people to follow you,
YouTube.
Twitter,
follow me on YouTube. Twitter is another good one. Keep going. You can do it.
Instagram, Facebook.
It's all this name. Wait. It's all this
Humble
name.
Among.
Find Humble Among. I'm on everything as Humble Among. And I do appreciate the follows and the support from everybody. One of the reasons I love the Juggalo world. Oh, let's end with talking. I wanted to talk about the Vermont Hip Hop Awards.
Yes.
Because that's the nomination.
I actually meant to bring that up.
The nomination started today for that. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that real quick. How badly do you think I will get snubbed? Is my question.
Snubbed.
Because I think I'm straight up going to get no love at all. I'll be honest. Actually, I can't. Being honest, I think Jibba will probably show me some love and give me a nomination for a few things. But I honestly don't expect to get a lot of love from these motherfuckers in Vermont, because I'll be straight up with you. You, Jibba the Gent, and maybe like Justin Boylan, who runs VermontHipHop.com,
Yeah.
are probably some of the only motherfuckers in Vermont hip hop who show me love. And David Fair, I also gotta keep it real. I got David Fair and the Four Horsemen and shit be showing me love too. So shouts out to David Fair. But dog, there's a lot of motherfuckers in Vermont hip hop that really do not like my ass. And it's straight up because I'm a juggalo. And that's some fucking bullshit.
It is. Yeah.
Because juggalos be keeping it a lot realer than you motherfuckers in Vermont hip hop a lot of times. Most of the time. Fuck shit.
Not only that, but I also feel like south of like Manchester, Vermont is like a dead zone to anyone else.
We don't get no love down south, man. That's for sure. In Vermont, we are not getting any love. It's all about the Burlington scene in Vermont. And you know, that's understandable. It's the biggest city in Vermont. It's the hub, the college hub. Completely makes sense. But you know, there's a lot of motherfuckers in Vermont making music. And maybe I'm not the biggest artist in Vermont. Certainly I'm no fucking 99 Neighbors or anything like that.
Right.
I don't have a fucking major label pushing me. But I think you're fucking sleeping on me if you think I don't have fucking a legit fucking fan base behind me and people who are fucking pulling for me, because I fucking do, man. And I honestly have been surprised at some of the reception and reactions that I've been getting going to shows and shit, man. It's fucking awesome. Oh, and I should also mention I'm opening for Misery and DJ Clay.
Nice.
In Manchester.
Where at? Okay.
Cool. January 27th, I should mention that. And
January
very excited
27th.
about that show because once again, Juggalos be showing me so much fucking love, man. And Vermont hip hop shows me this.
Well, I think it's kind of crazy because, well, I left Facebook, so I'm
oh,
no
you did?
longer,
Shit.
yeah,
I didn't
I'm
know
no
that,
longer
man.
doing that.
I should too, honestly. I hate that fucking platform.
So, but I started that Vermont Hip Hop Collective.
I know you did, and congratulations, because it has grown into quite a thing, man.
It is nuts how like active it is and how many people are in there. But I'm just like, all right, well, there that is. That was one success that I'm leaving.
You deserve more credit for that, honestly, bro, because it's a big fucking Facebook group, and honestly, it drives that whole fucking scene.
Yeah, for sure. I like the beat samples and stuff that they do.
Yeah. They just, I don't, you might not know about this. They kind of revitalized that whole beat sample thing. Big homie Wes just started doing that again.
Yeah. So he was just allowed in as an admin. So now he can pin it at the top and stuff. So,
and I got to shout out my man, Michael, Then What, Vigo Harris, Torch. He hates being called Torch. Please don't call him Torch. Shouts out to Michael though, because he kind of started off this whole revitalization of these challenges and shit on the Vermont hip hop page with doing the verse challenge that he did a month ago or whatever.
Oh, word. See, I haven't been on there for a few months.
It's pretty cool, man. They are doing some interesting things to get people to interact with each other, and I think that's really cool and really healthy because you know, I've shown Vermont hip hop nothing but love, and I haven't gotten very much back. I'll be honest with you. I'm very appreciative of the love I do get from certain people in Vermont hip hop, but there's a lot of fake love I've discovered in Vermont hip hop too. There's a lot of these nice guys these nice guy rappers that you'll go out to fucking shows and they'll be all fucking cool with you and they'll dap you up. They'll even compliment you. They'll even say nice things about your music, but they're completely bullshitting you. They don't even mean a single word coming out of their mouth, and they'll turn around and they'll talk shit to their little cliquey friends as soon as you leave the room. It's fucking horrible. It's trash. I hate that shit, dude. That's why you won't see me fucking with a lot of Vermont hip hop artists. I'll be straight up. That's why you don't see me fucking with a lot of these dudes, because I don't fuck with them like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't be the admin on that page because I just let people shit post.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit posting going on.
And I was just like,
Honestly, who gives a shit though? I mean,
Whatever.
the stuff you got to police, but nothing really gets too crazy out of hand on that little fucking page.
I thought the memes that they started were.
Oh, that was bad. You're right. That was bad. That was like bullying, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad. That Chris kid we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad. But that kid, you know, he was a bit of a shithead.
Yeah.
in all due respect to Chris.
Kind
He deserves
of
any respect.
like brought it on himself, but
Well, it's still questionable what he did or didn't do.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to talk about the shit because
Right.
it's none of my fucking business, really.
I don't know firsthand. So
Yeah, all I know is what I saw on the internet, and it was a bunch of fucking shit. I don't know, man. But yeah, that did approach it, and it was funny. I'll be honest. I definitely laughed at some of the shit, but it was to the point where it was, you know, a little ridiculous and kind of bullying the kid. And he clearly has a mental disability of some kind. So at a certain point, you got to back off a little bit.
all right, where's the line?
Yeah, you don't want to just bully a mentally disabled person or something. And you know, I can be quite an abrasive son of a bitch myself, and it's one of my worst fears, honestly, is like coming off. Like I'd be dealing with. I'll give you an example. I'd be dealing with some people on my YouTube, juggalo tourists, if you will, on my YouTube, who come in and they want to watch my gathering doc, and they want to talk shit about juggalos in the comments or something because they're not, you know, they're not fans. They just want to be like, it smells like meth and BO, and be like, great. That was the 50th comment that was like that. Congratulations.
You think that was actually funny or unique?
Yeah. And so I'd be dealing with some shit like that. Like there was a guy today I was dealing with who, what was he saying? I can think of there was a guy who said like, I can think of a funnier one. There was a more serious one today. I can't even remember what the context was though, offhand. There was one yesterday though, that was like, I bet these people drink a lot of Mountain Dew.
And
like,
no.
And I just had to say, yo, it's fake.
You have no
Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
You guys, so it's like clearly they're not a fan. They don't know what they're talking about because they haven't heard, you know, the Amazing Jekyll Brothers.
Right.
So they don't know that it's Fago. Fuck Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
But I'd be coming off a lot harsher than that. To some people, man, I can be mean as fuck, and it's one of the things, honestly, if we're talking about mental health shit and me working on myself, like I was talking a little bit about earlier. It's one of the things I don't like about myself is I can be a very mean person and not even really realize I'm doing it. It's fucking scary to me at times. It's how fucking mean. And if you get me mad, I can be a very, very mean person. For example, there was someone in Vermont hip hop who made a diss to me, made a really corny line in one of his songs to me. And he thought I didn't respond, but I did respond. I just never released that shit because it was so fucking mean. I didn't like the thing that I didn't want to put it out in the world.
Yeah, I mean, shit. If you do respond, does he win anyway?
And it was so corny. It's like that was the other thing. It was so corny. It's like, bro, like.
So why should
talking
you
about?
respond?
And by the way, talking about fake nice guys in Vermont. That's one of the fakest nice guys in Vermont. I won't even say his name. He knows who I'm talking about. You might know who I'm talking about too. It's one of the fakest motherfuckers in Vermont. Fuck you, motherfucker, if you're watching this too. See, look, I'm getting angry. I don't like this. I don't like being this way.
All right. Well, I do have to go through.
All right, brother.
No. Well, I'm going through trying to figure out my nominations. So.
Oh, I got completely distracted. I got all heated and shit. Honestly, I do have some nominations, but some of these categories, like, I don't really know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say for best DJ. Like, who do I say for best DJ? Honestly, like, I don't really know a lot of DJs. I'm probably gonna vote for fucking Mike Fulton because he's my favorite DJ. Is when I walk into a room and I see Mike Fulton is behind the fucking 1 and 2s, I get happy. I know that. So I'm probably gonna nominate him, and I'll probably nominate Conflicts DJ because he's a nice guy. But there's really not a lot of DJs in the scene. You know what I mean?
Right. I know. So I'm gonna nominate DJ Force Fed. But
that's a good dude. I'm glad you said that. That's an old school motherfucker too.
Yeah.
Who deserves. I'm glad you said that, man. You know what? I'm gonna put that in my fucking notes right now.
He's still like with the radio station. He does.
He used to help Ruckus a lot back in the day, man.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Doc
Ruckus.
C and Rhythm Ruckus.
Yeah.
Another fucking Vermont hip hop group that don't get enough love.
So, yeah, he was the one that like got Ken and I involved with the Western Massachusetts with Tablique, and it was like lifelong Tablique. That's where I met Burnt MD and stuff. But it was all because of DJ.
We're talking about some older Vermont hip hop now, dog. You said Burnt MD. I'm like, wow, MySpace.com days flashback.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Who was in Burnt MD? There's some MCs that are still around.
Oh, well, Burnt MD, that was all he was in Vermont Union, I think.
Vermont, okay, I'm getting all fucking mixed up. I thought Burnt MD was a group. That's a rapper.
No.
But I'm mixing up my Vermont hip hop history.
Yeah, but no, Burnt MD, like now he's the guerrilla healer. He grows medicinal marijuana in Colorado.
Shit. Yo, shouts out Burnt MD. Sounds like he's living the life, man.
He was interviewed on like Fox News or something when the pipeline was going through the indigenous land, and he was like someone getting interviewed about
That's wild. I never saw that or heard about that. Did that get shared in Vermont hip hop circles at all?
Probably not. I don't think so.
Man.
But
you should have shared that shit, dog.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah, actually, I probably still could.
Yeah, you should find that clip. That's interesting as fuck. I know, like motherfuckers like Boland would definitely want to see that shit.
He picked me up in Colorado when I went on the Handshakes with Snakes tour.
That's what's up, man.
He's like, nah, man, I got you. He picked me up. It was like 2 a.m. Brought me to his place, cooked me breakfast. And then he, I think his name's Josh. Damn. Hopefully it's Josh.
Shouts out to maybe Josh.
He hooked me up with a ride to Fort Collins and like gave him spending money to like bring me out to eat and stuff.
That's a good dude.
Like, he definitely hooked me up.
That's a good dude right there. So
big shouts out to money. Yeah, Burnt MD is definitely
Guerrilla Healer. Is that what he's known as?
Yeah,
nowadays?
Guerrilla Healer.
Interesting. I might have to try to see what I can find out about Guerrilla Healer. Does he make music still, or is it that just like that's his?
Not really. He's like mostly. I mean, he might still have something set up, but he's mostly like just caretakes the plants and.
Word.
Dude, he had some crazy like CBD concentrate. I was like, what the hell is that? This is the first time I'm seeing CBD. But yeah, definitely a dope guy.
Let's talk a little bit more about maybe some of these other categories and shit.
All right. Yeah. Let me just bring it up.
We got like best producer, best MC, best group, best DJ, best graffiti artist. That's the one. I'm probably just going to say Scotty Raymond because I literally I don't know any other graffiti artist. Like, I think Scotty is like the only graffiti artist I can think of off top.
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year, best verse, best song, best album, best music video, and the Andy A. Dog Williams Good Citizen Award, which I'll just go ahead and say Jibba the Gent's definitely getting my Good Citizen Award nomination. I can't think of anyone else in Vermont hip hop who deserves that shit more than Jibba.
So I really don't have a whole lot. Best music video, I couldn't decide on the one video, but I was like,
I think this round, by the way, I think Justin does want multiple answers for this round. So probably I think he wants as many as you can think of that you think are like deserving to be nominated. Well, it's like I think it's this round, and then from this round that he picks nominations and then picks a winner or some shit.
I just went with the animated misadventures of Stresselby and Friends. Yeah. Which is like 26 minutes or so. But it's
animated and really top notch fucking production. Shouts out to Stresselby for putting that shit together. That's, you know, I actually kind of slept on that a little bit. I did watch them when they first came out, but I completely forgot they even came out this year, to be honest with you.
I'm pretty sure I was the reason why one of his videos was you know, those response videos.
Yeah, reaction videos and shit.
Yeah, the reaction videos. I am whack. He's YouTuber. He did one of those videos, but I'm pretty sure it was because of a comment I left. I was like, dude, you got to do a reaction to this. And
so you did the whole recommendation. You almost certainly did cause that to happen, then, dude.
Because I mean, how else would he have seen it?
Facts. You definitely did cause that to happen.
So for best graffiti artist, again, like, yeah, how many people do I actually know?
Maybe up in Burlington there must be a bigger scene up there, because I know is it Scotty that owned the graffiti shop?
The Anthill?
Yeah. Was it him that owned the graffiti shop?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so there must be a bigger scene up there that we just don't know about or some shit.
So I was gonna try and just look into that a little bit more. And I was thinking of putting down Scotty Raymond for the A-Dog Award.
Yeah, he's another good candidate, honestly. You know, there's probably more people I can think of that the more I sit here, because honestly, Justin could fucking be in that fucking slot, because he certainly does a lot for Vermont hip hop too. And honestly, dude, you for even creating the goddamn group.
I appreciate that.
Just
I don't really feel like I should even be on any of these lists, but
hey, I think you creating that group is you deserve more credit for that, like I said earlier.
Thank you. I don't have anything for rookie best verse yet.
I know my rookie. I definitely can shout out a rookie. Rob Secure definitely would be my rookie of the year, and I'll probably throw my man Kosuke in there too, even though he ain't technically a rookie no more.
See, I gotta do like some research so I can
definitely check out Rob Secure, dog. You would like Rob Secure. He's very talented, very smart with his words. That's one of the things that caught my attention about that dude, is he's really fucking smart with his words. He'd be saying some fucking shit that will really get you thinking. And that's some stuff that I love about hip hop the most. I like to think that my shit will get you thinking too, but maybe it only is surface level to a lot of people. But I do be spending some time crafting the things that I say. And this dude, Rob Secure, definitely spends some time crafting what he says, because he says some really dope shit in interesting ass ways. And isn't that what all of hip hop ways is? Saying dope shit in interesting ways.
Well,
rhyming too, I guess, technically.
That's I've been on a Camp Low kick lately.
Bro, that's yeah. I found a copy of Uptown Saturday Night over the summer for $1. I was so fucking geeked, bro.
Steal.
Yeah, I was so fucking geeked. I was like, literally made my fucking day, dude. I was like, yes, this is a kind of hard to find album, definitely for $1. Holy shit.
Damn. Yeah, no, for sure.
Shouts out to yard sales. I said earlier in this stream that I used to get a lot of my toys from yard sales. I still get a lot of my toys from yard sales.
Best place.
Yeah, man. I love the whole yard sale flea market scene. Let's go through a couple of these things, and then we'll wrap up, I guess, though.
All right.
I definitely, as far as best producer, I know I'm gonna shout out Then What. That's my homie. I'm gonna shout out my homie Kosuke. But after that, I don't really work with a lot of other Vermont hip hop producers, so I don't really know what their shit sounds like.
Yeah.
So I can only speak on things that I know personally. And to be honest with you, I haven't consumed a lot of Vermont hip hop this year because I haven't felt the love back.
Yeah.
So I just haven't fucking spent any time with a lot of Vermont hip hop. So this is going to be a bit of a tricky list for me, and I might have to do some research as well, like you're talking about here, man.
Right. So it didn't come out. Well, were you talking about 2020 or
I guess
2021.
2021 we're talking about, right?
Yeah, I think so. So I've got to check this, but the Lyric album, I don't know if it
Oh,
came
that
out
came
in
out
2021.
2020 or 2019, I think,
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah, I know what you're
All right.
shit, I know what you're talking about.
It
The one
was
he was
like
gonna make a
Lyric
music
and
video
Sky
for everything.
Splitter. Yeah.
Yeah, shit. Sky Splitter actually should be in that nomination as best producer too, because he does a lot of mixing and mastering, but he is more of a producer than a lot of these producers are.
Yeah.
And Brad Vasey, I should say Brad Vasey does deserve probably to be in there too. But honestly, I don't know a lot of other producers in Vermont. I could say SK, but I don't know SK's work.
Right.
I honestly don't
Yeah,
even
me
know his
neither.
work. So
Not really.
I know I just haven't listened to his shit, so I can't be naming people that I don't really know if I fuck with their shit. I'm sure he's a dope artist. I just haven't fucking listened to his shit.
A lot of the producers I've used are like from Massachusetts or Detroit.
Yeah, Stir Crazy. I think Stir Crazy's from Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I relate to that too, man, because I mean, frankly, if we're gonna be real, Michael don't even live in fucking Vermont anymore. Michael lives in New Mexico now.
But he's still he's so active.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think we're gonna have a lot of people who be winning these awards who don't even have any a bed in Vermont. You know what I mean? They don't have any place to stay in Vermont, but they're gonna probably still win some of these awards.
Or at least get nominated.
Yeah.
Like fully
shouts out to 99 Neighbors.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna win best song or best album or best artist or best group. They're probably going to win best group, which I guess let's go to best group next, because I know Cognac Cousins is my big nomination for best group. Jinx Inc. I'm definitely going to nominate, even though you guys didn't release anything.
Well, we've released a couple solo track or singles.
Eidos has been crazy this year.
Eidos has been nuts.
Yeah, Eidos deserves a nomination as best MC just for his sheer amount of work that he put out. I was gonna say something else. I kind of want to be a cheeky little bastard and nominate Rhythm Ruckus also for best group, even though they're completely disbanded and haven't seen each other in 10 years, let alone worked with each other in 10 years. So
best group. I'm split between I was gonna do Cause and Effect.
Oh, Cause and Effect deserves it too. Or see, you're helping me, man. I'm glad we're talking about this, because I can't believe I would forget Cause and Effect as a group.
Or Coyote Revere.
Yeah, they're dope too. Stresselby's group. I met them at one of the last shows I just did. The homegirl there.
That album was like, it brought me back to like the 70s, like America, or like just the feel of the songs, even though it's rap, it's like the feel of it was like I'm listening to a vinyl right now. Like,
well, she's a very talented singer. I saw them. They performed with me at in Rutland there a few months ago, and they very impressive live for sure.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. Shouts out to Coyote Reverie, Stresselby, and I believe her name was Meadow when I met her.
So yeah, torn between the two. I gotta check out Cognac Brothers.
Oh sure. Man, yeah, that's Raw Def and Young Breeze. That's their group. They dropped an album this year, so I feel like they definitely deserve. To me, they deserve the spot. Like, if we're being like real Vermont hip hop, like, even though I'm not sure, I don't even think Breeze doesn't even live in Vermont either. They're both New Hampshire at this point, but Breeze reps Vermont hard, and Raw Def is involved in Vermont hip hop, like whether he likes it or not. He can't help it. So yeah, I don't see how anyone other than Cognac Cousins really deserves that award. Shouts out to Cause and Effect though. They definitely are another fucking dope Vermont hip hop group that I fuck with.
Definitely keeping it real. The maple syrup song, like that was a whole, like, the marketing on that was on point. when they
Oh,
were
yeah.
doing the hashtag. It was like the ice something challenge.
Oh yeah,
Only
the ice bucket.
it was the maple syrup
Yeah.
challenge. I'm like, that's so much like money right there that
Facts,
you're
bro.
pouring on yourself.
Maybe they
But
had a hookup though, or something. You know,
yeah,
maybe
right.
they knew a maple syrup maker. I know a maple syrup maker. My homegirl Eliza, that's her family's whole business.
Oh
So
wow.
I have low key a little bit of a hookup. I can get some little bit of free maple syrup, a little
Yeah.
bit,
I
but
used to
maybe not a
make it, but
buckets and
not
buckets.
anymore.
You used to make it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit, dude, that's dope. It's a whole process. I went and actually saw her grandfather like doing the whole thing with the big
Gathering
vat,
it and
all of that shit. I saw the whole
yeah,
thing. It's crazy. Kind of intimidating, honestly, because some crazy heat going on in that fucking room.
yeah. But yeah, no, it's a trip. I'd like to get back and do that again.
Hey, you got some time.
That's for sure.
my side hustle.
Do that this spring. I'm sure I can scrounge up some buckets that haven't been sold yet. So best group, best MC.
I'll be straight up. I'm just gonna nominate myself for best MC. I'm just gonna because I know I'm gonna get slept on, so I'm gonna nominate myself and Kosuke for best MC. Oh, and Eidos. I'm gonna give Eidos the nomination too, because he definitely deserves it with all the shit he put out. To be honest with you, I'm probably gonna spend some time and think of other things.
Right.
This is just literally what I'm thinking off the top right now. We have until Saturday, I think, to send this shit in.
Yeah. So actually, this is a really good brainstorm.
Yeah, it can maybe help both of us think of some fucking things, actually. So let's keep going with that.
Best album.
Well, once again, I'm gonna nominate my albums and Kosuke's album. But that, let's see. I guess Eidos put out Gorilla Tape, so I'm gonna put that on there. Coyote Reverie deserves a nod for sure. Did Conflict put out his project this year? I think Conflict put out his first full project. I think he deserves a nod. Geez. Once again, I'm going to think of more. I know I'm going to think of more. But honestly, there's not a lot of projects I fully checked out this year.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, so the Gorilla Tape, that was released this year.
Yeah.
Right?
Or no, he put it out around Halloween time.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I was just thinking
2021.
I'm behind. The last
I keep saying this year, but I mean last.
Yeah. But no, my last day was like December, right before Christmas. So I'm like, I don't have to write down the date all the time, so I keep on forgetting it's 2022.
Don't got the work grind to remind you.
Yeah. Conflict though.
Conflict definitely deserves. Conflict is an very legendary. You know, he's been around in Vermont hip hop for a long time. I believe it's his first project though as a solo artist that he dropped this year. So I feel like that's monumental enough to mention. And I know Conflict gets a lot of love in the Vermont hip hop scene. Geez, man. I honestly I got to do deep dive on more shit. I got to find some more obscure shit that needs to be brought out to
the surface.
Yeah, because that's really what I feel like I want to be doing with my nominations. I want to find some more obscure shit. Oh, you know, I'll go ahead and shout out Savvy Row. Savvy Row, I'm definitely gonna for best group. They're a group up north that I fuck with. Blaze Ryan and Jesus Christ, I'm gonna forget his name. I like the fucking song with him too. Oh, for fuck's sakes, homie. Hold on, I gotta look up this homie's name. I got a fucking song with him, and I can't believe I'm fucking spacing his name. But I'm definitely gonna give Savvy Row some love. They're a dope ass group. They do some wrestling rhymes and shit. Definitely fuck with them. Just Bobby. Shouts out to Just Bobby. He actually put out a song and music video a couple of months back that I thought was refreshingly fucking original and hilarious and awesome. That's fucking, I think it's called Just Bobby 2 is the name of the song. So shouts out to Just Bobby. I'm actually probably going to show Just Bobby some love as best MC too, because I think he deserves some fucking love. He doesn't got a lot of material out there, but he's really fucking dope.
If I were him, I would capitalize on, like, I would make an album called Bobby's World.
That's a good idea.
And like the little trike.
Yeah, man.
Have him like get you know, the people who draw your pictures and at fairs and stuff, caricatures.
Oh, a caricature of him.
And
yeah, I would
like,
say almost go like pen and pixel with that shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Maybe do like an old school, like fucking mid to early aughts type of like album cover, like where it's like it almost looks like it's Bobby's World, but it's like him. Like,
yeah.
Like I guess the caricature thing you would have to do, right?
With the big head
World,
and
Bobby World is a cartoon, so you would have to do a caricature type thing of some sort.
But he could be like riding on the trike, just turn his head around towards,
and then he can have all the crazy shit that's literally like in his life. Because if you watch his music video, he's got like he's got his pet dog in there, and he a little puppy that's in there and shit, and he shows himself working at behind the counter at his day job and shit, just doing the regular ass shit. So it's like he kind of does have that like this is my world vibe even from that music video.
All right.
Let's hit these other categories real quick, and then I'm gonna get off here because I gotta go record some shit, bro.
Yeah.
Best verse is probably gonna be the hardest thing for me. I'll be straight up. I have no idea. I'm probably just gonna suck my own dick a few times and be out. Same thing with best song. That's gonna be another one that's hard for me. Probably will shout out Just Bobby. That song is really one of my favorite songs in all of Vermont hip hop this year. But you know, it's crazy to me that you brought up the Stresselby album. I completely forgot that came out this year. So like, or last year. So I gotta really like spend some time kind of going back and trying to figure out some other shit, honestly, because there must be other shit that I completely didn't even think of, like that came out this past year.
I'm gonna have to dive onto the VermontHipHop.com.
Yeah, hopefully he was posting about it. He kind of took a break a couple of times this year, so not all of it will be up there. Best music video also, once again, I'll probably suck my own dick a few times, and I'm glad you mentioned Stresselby because he probably deserves it with the production value that he put into that shit.
His videos are always on point.
Yeah,
like, even when he was doing the stuff with Epidemics.
Yeah, he was working with that guy from Amsterdam that was pretty legit with it.
Like it looked like a legit music video. You know, like how sometimes it's like the filtering or something.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I was just like blown away that you guys shot that shit like in the backwoods of Vermont. Like,
yeah, dude flew from Amsterdam to fucking do it, but yeah, he shot it in Vermont. Well, actually, one of his videos, I think he shot in Amsterdam. I think there's, he does have a video where he's like all drunk and shit, like in Amsterdam. So yeah, he be traveling to do some of these shits. That's how the Stresselby. I don't know if Stresselby likes me. I'll be honest with you. I think that dude might not be one of those dudes that don't like me in Vermont hip hop. But shouts out to Stresselby anyway.
We performed at a Halloween with the Epidemics, and Ken and I completely bombed on that.
Oh, show. Word!
Like it was shoulder to shoulder too.
Oh no!
Like
that's the worst, doggy. It happens. It happens, dog.
It's that bar that's connected to the asylum.
Oh, shit.
It was on the other
side.
Gotham,
and it was called like
Gotham, not Asylum.
I think it was called Metropolis too.
Metropolis.
Yeah, I think they had two names for it or something.
So it was at Metropolis, and it was shoulder to shoulder, and like we went on right before them, so we kind of killed the vibe.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, brother, that's the worst. I've had some really fucking crazy experiences on stage, so I feel it. Actually, one of the crazier things that have happened to me on stage happened at that same fucking place,
really?
Metropolis. Roy, R.I.P. Roy of Epidemics, was hosting an open mic type of thing. So I went out there to perform for the open mic, and I just I did like a little 3-song set, and like my second to last song, my second song, a dude jumped on stage, and with the energy of like, give me the mic, something bad happened, like give me the mic. Like that was the energy he had. And I was like, oh shit, what happened? Like, I thought someone was hurt. Like, and so I gave him the mic, like stopped the song, gave him the mic. And he was like, all right, let's get some other rappers up here, start a cipher.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, dog, I
wasn't done.
I took the mic. I fucking basically push him off stage. I took the mic and I'm like, dog, I'm fucking performing. And I get on the mic and I'm like, all right, we're going to do the last fucking song. And I'm like pissed now. Because now it's in the middle of the song. I'm not going to redo the song or
no.
I just got to go to the next song. And like, that was my last song. So I'm pissed. And so I'm performing that last song, wanting, like, this is my thought. I'm going to get off stage. I'm going to beat the shit out of that motherfucker. I'm going to beat the piss out of him right in this room so everyone can fucking see it. But a homie can see I'm heated. I didn't even know who this rapper was. I'd never even caught his name. I never saw him again. This other rapper was like, yo, and pointed to the other way. And like a police officer had walked in at that exact moment to, I don't know, walk through the bar or some shit.
Yeah, they've done that before.
But that really cooled me down pretty fucking fast.
Yeah.
And I realized they're like, yo, you ain't trying to catch a fucking assault charge for this numbnuts who fucking is too drunk and jumped on stage. But yeah, man, I have had so many. It's honestly like performing live is kind of a fucking hard thing for me at times because I don't know if I fully like it.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. I like it sometimes, but there's sometimes I really don't fucking really even like it.
Yeah, I've had good times and bad times.
Lately, I've really been enjoying it though. Yeah. I have to say. I think a lot of that is connected to getting sober from booze. I think booze really was making me not enjoy a lot of things in life, unfortunately. And that's the tricky thing about alcohol is you be drinking it thinking it's enhancing things and you're having a better time when you're drinking it, but it's low key dragging you down and you'll be feeling tired and you're like, why do I feel tired? Why am I depressed now? It's the fucking booze. It's you're drinking that booze and it will be doing that to you. And I know you drink and I know a lot of my homies drink, and I ain't trying to fucking preach to you or tell you what to do with your life, but that was my scenario for sure. And I'm so much fucking better off without that shit and much happier.
I have my ebb and flows. I go with it and then I stop.
Some people can do it, man. Some people can have control over it like that. Like I had no control though. It was bad.
I definitely needed to learn to cool it before my sets. That's for
damn dog. Sure. I don't want to throw you under the bus, but you remember that other cipher there? Bro, that was an interesting night. I felt for you that night, bro.
Yeah. I don't remember it, but
yeah, I don't know if you remember talking to me that night though, but we were talking a little bit before that show and you were real nervous. And I think that only fed the beast because you're like, I'm nervous. I'll have another drink. And it was like, oh no, he's doing it. They made it work though. God damn it. Those fucking ciphers. They'll figure out a way to make that shit work.
Yeah, that was an interesting night.
You gotta be careful with those ciphers, man. I had another homie that did the same thing that you did, dude. Did the same fucking thing. Got too intoxicated. I
should have just stayed by my merch.
Yeah, or just not had the nerve calming drinks.
Yeah.
I think because that's what was going on. That was making it worse for you. Is you got the nerves and you're like, I'm gonna go get another beer. And I remember thinking like, he really shouldn't be doing those other beers. He's well in his bag already. Sorry if I threw you under the bus there, but
no, it's good.
It made me think of that night too.
And they did make it work.
Was that the same night that you got pulled over to and shit? Oh, bro, that was a rough one. Nah, sorry if I brought up a sore story there.
No, it's fine.
Okay, brother, I'm sorry. I feel bad.
I started talking back at the cops and stuff when we were at the station. Yeah.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I think that's what got Modest in trouble too. Maybe there was something about the vibes in that room that made you feel like you could get a little bit lippy with the pigs.
I'm usually pretty lippy though.
I'm for all the shit that I talk about police officers. If I interact with a police officer, it's yes, sir. Oh yeah. And can I suck your dick now, sir? fucking A, dude. I'm such a bitch when it comes to police. I'm definitely trying to get the fuck away from that situation as fast as possible and as clean as possible. Which thankfully these days I don't really have shit to fucking worry about. So pot's fucking decriminalized. Like that's the most I got to worry about is maybe being over my legal limit, which I don't think they're really gonna fuck with you too much in Vermont.
Not in Vermont. New Jersey's a different story.
Ooh, yeah. Some of these other states are definitely they're getting better though. We're all getting they're slowly starting to figure out the program. Did we talk about all of these categories? Because I got to get off of this.
Most of them. I think. No, yeah, I think we did talk about.
Yeah, we did. We kind of breezed through best song, best verse, best music video. But do you have any other best? Do you have best songs that you can think of, like off the top, like? Because that's such a tricky thing. Is like one song. You know what I mean?
Right. I was thinking of like some of the songs on the Gorilla tape are really catchy.
So you're gonna shout out the idos.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't want to really like put forward people inside my circle.
I'm the opposite. I'm basically gonna try to put on all my homies and like motherfuckers that I fuck with. Like that's basically what I'm gonna be trying to do. And like I said, I want to try to find some things that I know are getting slept on in Vermont hip hop, like Savvy Row and that Just Bobby song that I was talking about. That definitely got slept on.
So yeah, that's about it though. Like, I'm just gonna have to go back in there and just try and find.
Gonna have to reactivate the Facebook
projects. Yeah, I can do that. I can. I'm not completely like deleted off the site because I wanted to make sure I had all my photos and stuff that I probably don't have on computer and whatnot.
Well, that's the thing about Facebook is you never can fully delete the thing. You can just deactivate it. It never really fully goes away.
And I have 2 of those damn accounts.
Oh boy, you got a problem.
All right, man. It was great talking with you. It's been an hour and a half.
Yeah, brother. Thank you for having me as always. Always fun with chopping it up with you and catching up and talking shit.
Yeah.
Hopefully I didn't get myself in trouble talking too much shit about Vermont hip hop on here.
I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it. What are they gonna do? They're be nice to me at a show?
Right. I'll be doing these hopefully every Wednesday. And you're more than welcome to hop on.
I'd love to come on with some more people, and you're originally supposed to have some more people on tonight. So yeah, if you're I would love to be a part of a fuller panel show. And I want to mention when you do drop the Jinx Inc. album, the Stir Crazy Jinx Inc. album, I'd love to have you and Eidos on my show to talk and promote about it, because obviously that's more in the Juggalo lane, and I don't see why the fuck not have because that's the thing I want to try to do with my channel this year is I want to have more Juggalo artists of all shapes and sizes and more Vermont hip hop people on my show as well to expose them to the Juggalo world, because there are Vermont hip hop artists that probably some Juggalos would fuck with if given the opportunity. So I want to expose some of that shit. I want to get some cross pollination going a little bit. Right. And you're perfect for that because you're both.
Yeah. And that's definitely like how are you going to grow? Yeah, you can do it by yourself, but the collaboration aspect is definitely like a quicker route. It's like the fucking
it's more fan bases. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more fan bases. It's more eyes on the product, as Vince McMahon might say.
For sure. Wrestling.
Yeah, man. I'm a huge fucking fan over here.
For sure.
I'll go ahead and shout out Kosuke. We're going to fucking New York City the 23rd to see GCW live at the Hammerstein Ballroom. That shit is going to be a fucking legendary wrestling show. The card is so ridiculously stacked. I'm really fucking looking forward to that shit. I'm going to be vlogging and talking about that shit for sure. So once again, subscribe
Awesome.
to the Humble Among YouTube page if you want to see all this kind of stuff.
Exactly. All right. It's
All right,
been
brother.
a pleasure. Have
Thank
a good
you.
night.
You too, brother.
Peace.
Peace. Whoop whoop.
Whoop.